Hey guys, I'm ISITDANIDAWKS and you're listening to Us People Podcast with Savia Rocks.
Hey guys, welcome to another podcast with Us People with Savia Rocks. Today I'm lucky enough to have, my first friend, I would say. I have Daniella Dawkins. How are you, Anne? How are you?
I am amazing. I'm so grateful and happy to be here today. Like, literally, so you guys can't see me. So I'm literally smiling like, ah! So yeah, it's amazing.
So I've got some facts about you, first of all. So I'm going to go through them with you. Danielle grew up in West London. We actually grew up together in West London, I would say. We did as friends, which is really nice. And it's nice to be able to have a friendship that you can go back to.
Yep.
Yeah. Your mission in life is to teach people about happiness and confidence.
Yep.
Yeah. And but also gratitude as well. Yeah. There you go, gratitude. You're a mother, a photographer, a makeup artist, and a confidence mentor.
Yes.
I don't know how you handle all these things, honestly.
The Danny of all trades.
Oh, wow. Also, you write blogs. Mm-hmm. We're going to get into that a bit later as well.
Yeah.
You roller skate with the kids as well also. You make music videos with the kids too. That's also something I want to get into as well.
I don't know if they love it as much as me, but, you know.
I've watched them. They're funny. So my first question for you, Daniella, is what made you to decide to be a photographer? Is it always something that you wanted to be or do? And is there anything else that you would say if you wasn't doing photography you would be doing?
Okay, well, what made me get into photography is it's probably a bit of vanity, to be honest. That's probably how it started. Okay, no, let me start again. I actually do enjoy taking pictures. So from when I had my son's 13, I just really loved taking pictures. Like, obviously, every mother loves taking pictures of their child. But
of course. Yeah.
I found that, and even probably before him, I always had a camera. I always wanted I was the girl with the digital camera. Yeah. Loved taking them. They probably weren't great pictures, but I just wanted to capture moments and memories. And then as I got older, again, taking pictures with the kids, had my daughter. She just beautiful. Loved taking pictures with her. She loved posing. Great. And then I found that with the business I was doing with Binky's Boutique, we had a lot of models in.
Yeah.
And again, I just enjoyed taking pictures of them and with them. And then being someone who enjoys posing and modelling myself, I feel like that was part of it that pushed it, because I wanted to show people how to do it or... I don't know, get across the vision that was in my head for what I wanted, but with someone else. I don't even know if it makes sense.
No, it does make sense, because you have a vision in your mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes the client doesn't see that vision unless you give it to them.
Yeah.
Or show it to them. Yeah. Which makes absolute sense. That makes sense.
So I think that was partly how I got into it. And yeah, like, it was just a love and a passion. And I think for a good while I was not even calling myself a photographer. I was just like, no, I just like taking pictures because I would see photographers and their work is amazing and mine's not there yet, so I can't call myself that. And then I was like, well, no.
But do you find that you was comparing your work to other people's work?
Definitely. I was definitely comparing myself. And until I got out of that mindset and said, no, I am a photographer, I feel like I say it with a lot more... I say it with confidence now. Like, when people ask me, what do you do? I do photography. Yeah. I'm a photographer. Because I've sat down and I've trained myself and I've learned and I've bought the books and I've watched things that are going to help me grow. Yeah. So I'm not doing it for no reason. That is what I am. So yeah. Got a bit emotional there.
That's what we like here. We want to bring it out of you.
Yeah.
And how do you manage your time being a mother and a photographer at the same time? I
absolutely have no clue. Like, I can't even tell anyone. No facts. There's no facts. It has to get done. I don't probably manage my time very well, and I wish I had some gems to drop and be like, you know, you got to be productive and you got to do this, and I am crap. Do you know what? I don't even want to say this, but I have to be honest with you guys. I work well under pressure. So someone might give me a 2-week window to do something, and because I sew as well. It's so I'll be sewing. I'll be like, I got this dress to make, and they've given me 2-3 weeks to make it. I'm like, yeah, I've got loads of time. The night before, oh my God, everything is everything's up in roars. Everyone wants to call me. I can't. I'm working. I should have done this 3 weeks ago. Like, what is wrong with you? But that is definitely something in myself that I'm working on, because I do know that I do feel like some of my best work comes under pressure.
I think that's true as well.
But I don't want to. I hate that feeling. Like that.
But doesn't it give you slightly an adrenaline rush at the same time?
It definitely does.
Because you know that you want to do the best of your ability to get this done and make sure it's good for the client.
Yeah.
So,
but I got to figure out a better way, babe. Like, seriously. I'm 100% with you. It definitely, my best work comes that moment before, like when they're like, Dan, is it ready? And I'm like, yeah, it's ready. Nothing's even started yet. But, you know, at the same time, I'm like, nah, Dan, we got to get that adrenaline 3 weeks earlier and follow through. That's my goal.
So what do your kids think of you when you're doing photography and you're rushing around making, clothes for other people? And
I mean, without words being said, I think they really love it and enjoy it. Like my daughter, she's a sponge. Every child is a sponge, but she literally is everything I do. Callie wants to do. Like I bought Callie a sewing machine for Christmas. Well, Santa bought it for her, and obviously I bought it, but
just don't let her hear this. Okay?
Exactly. But yeah, sorry. I'll make sure we skip that bit. But the sewing machine didn't work. But I got myself an industrial machine for Christmas, and so her machine didn't work, and she was like, "Can I just go on yours?" Because as far as she's concerned, she can do everything I can do. I love it.
Oh.
And I put the child on the industrial sewing machine, but luckily my one you can turn the speed down. I don't know if they all do this, but I can turn the speed down. So I take it to the lowest speed, and she was like, yeah, I can sew. Well, baby, just done a few lines. Like, no, I can sew, Mum. Can I use it again? You can go now. Like, and I'm like, and I must be mad. I walked out the room and left the child on the sewing machine because she told me to. Like, okay, babe, I'll see ya. But so everything I do, Callie wants to do it. She wanted a camera. Caden used to have a camera when he was younger. I bought him a camera, them little kiddie ones, kiddie zoom ones. So they love it. Like when I make Caden stuff, he really appreciates it. He loves it when I customize his clothes. He loves loves being independent and different. And they're both the same. Like when it comes to dressing up days at school and World Book Day, I don't buy them anything. I make their outfits. And Callie's with me like, okay, Mum, this is what we're going to make. And I'm like, yeah, it can't look like anyone else's. And she's like, yeah, let's do this. They love it. She goes to school, she says, my mum made this. And they're like, what? And she's like, yeah, my mum does everything.
Oh.
I'm like, so without them saying, Mummy, I think you're amazing.
Yeah,
so
they show it.
I said that, but they say that
to
me through their words. Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
Through their actions, I should say.
Oh, you talk a lot about fear and confidence.
Yeah.
In a lot of your posts that I've read.
Yeah.
How do you teach yourself about confidence and fear and to overcome it?
Yeah.
But how would you teach people out there that same thing?
Well, one thing that came to light to me maybe a couple weeks ago when I was doing a video was the words that we speak. Is one of the biggest things. And I felt that I was using the word fear a lot as the reason for why certain things weren't happening. And I sat there and I had this, oh my gosh moment, like it's the word fear that is holding me back. Yeah. Because when people are asking me why haven't you done this? I thought that you was going to do that. And I'm like, it's fear. And then I was just like, it's fear. Like it's not even the actual physical fear. It's the word. It's like I've used it as an excuse.
Yeah. So
that is one thing. That's one lesson, is just the words that you don't want or the things that you don't want, stop talking about them. Yeah. Don't talk on them, because everything that we talk on, we introduce into it. We manifest it. We bring it into us. It's sorry, I just caught a glimpse of that behind you.
Hey. So I'm gonna have to put that picture out, because if I show you what she was looking at.
I just got so sidetracked right now. Like, okay, bring it
now
back.
You know what her mind is like when I show you this picture. Okay, let me explain because people ain't gonna understand.
Let me take a drink of water while you explain.
First of all, I have the Us People podcast logo in the background of me with a screen. So anyone who comes in for an interview, they instantly see the screen. But then when the screen goes into like another mode, like sleep mode, for instance, there's pictures that I've taken of clients and whatnot that scroll past. And Daniella managed to see a guy. Well, I did a bodybuilding event and he was in really, really tight pants. And Daniella managed to notice that one particular picture out of 100 pictures that are scrolling past me. So I'm going to have to find that picture.
Yeah.
And pull it up on the podcast just so you guys can see
understand. They need to understand what just happened. So I got to remember where I was.
She got sidetracked.
So sidetracked. All right. If it comes up again, I'm going to have to show because I'm recording.
It most probably was, to be honest.
But yeah, so that was the one thing, the manifesting your words. And so to help with that, if you want more confidence, just talk on that. Like, I want more confidence. I want confidence in this. And with me, finding my confidence was accepting, I say awkward, and I don't say awkward in a negative way. I say it in a positive way. Yeah. I'm awkward. Like, I'm just a little bit of an awkward individual. And I owned my awkwardness.
Wouldn't you say that, Daniela, wouldn't you say that's more of a creative thing?
Yeah.
The awkwardness, because some people don't understand it.
Yeah, it's not a negative. Like, the thing is, I say to people, I'm so awkward. And they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, don't worry.
I would call it more creative.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm slightly mysterious in how I do things.
Yeah.
And then people think I'm weird. But it's not weird. But then you would understand me. You grew up with me.
Yeah, but I'm like, but it is weird. But weird is beautiful. Like, I love that. Like, I love people that are awkward and people that are weird. They're so exciting and interesting. So when I do say it, it's never anything negative in it. Like, if I was to be like, babe, you're so weird. And I'm saying it with admiration, like,
I understand
we're weird
it.
together.
No, that makes sense.
Definitely,
that makes total sense.
Yeah, definitely a creative thing. Yeah. So it's accepting those things that to someone else is a negative, accepting like, no, this is me and I love it. I just literally love that part of me and I love that part of me. And how about I just love every part? And there are some parts that I don't love, but they're freaking awesome. Yeah. And I don't talk on those parts that I don't love because they're just not even important. Like, but this right now, this here, I love it. It's amazing. So
I was reading one of your posts and it talks about Flip It Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And I do believe that's on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So I finally set up my YouTube and I've had a little bit of pics. So I've taken a bit of a step back from it just so I can build because I can't edit as quickly as I can record. Yeah, so I can have a backlog of videos because I thought I don't want to go ham and be like, come follow my channel and get like 1,000 people following. Yeah, that's obviously the goal. Well, no, the goal's bigger than that.
Don't worry, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But
so I get loads of people following, and then I'm like, oh, I've gone slow again. So I kind of just want to. I've got a few people that have followed me so far, so I just want to, while I've got them there, finesse the stuff. Hopefully they're not going to like turn off and go anywhere. And then I'm like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So the last 2 weeks I've literally been recording the Flip It Fridays and the Talks with Dawks. It's now called on Mondays. I like that. So I've been doing those so that I can literally, this week is like my edit week and then start.
I wish I had an edit week.
I know.
I don't know what they look like.
Well, the goal is the edit week. So no one, basically, I don't know when this is going live, but no one call me this week. I'm manifesting it. And then I'll be like, no one's calling me. No one loves me.
Oh, so, blessed. What is the one best photo shoot you have ever done and what has it taught you?
Ooh. Wow. Okay, hang on. I'm thinking, God, I don't know. What have I even been doing these past years? Okay. There's one I done recently. I love all my photo shoots, so I just got to put that out there just in case. I love all of them, but there was one I done, and it was with a friend of mine called Seeming, and she has a brand called Panda London.
I was going to talk about that.
Okay.
I have,
And the brand is great because she has clothing. It's for the whole family. That's the goal, that everyone
can wear it.
Everyone can wear it. And I'm so corny Collins. Like, I'm like, right, this is what we're all going to wear. We're all going to wear the same thing. So you have the outfit for the mum, and it's really cash clothes for like tracksuits and stuff. But you have the outfit, mum, daughter, son, everyone just wears the same thing. Really cute. They're so cute, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
with
really
the
cute.
panda.
Yeah.
And so on this day, we set up, and she's like, Dan, this is what you're going to do. Cool, we're going to go out and do this photography. And the thing with photographing kids is you can't tell them what to do. And I learned that a while ago. I'd done another shoot with her as well, where the parents get so, not frustrated, but we want the picture to be amazing. We're like, babe, come on, do this. Oh, so-and-so, do this, you're saying to your child. And the child just wants to do backflips. And they want to do cartwheels, and they want to roll on the floor. So I always say to the parents, listen, let her or him, let them do what they want. You focus on me. Don't even look at them. Or if you're looking at them, just do it with admiration, because your child is being their authentic self. Yeah. If your child wants to stand there and look at me and give me bare dirty looks, let your child do that. Don't tell them to smile at me. But if your child wants to smile, like, yeah, we're friends, innit? Like, it's cool. Like, there was one of the pictures that came out when I was going through them. The child, I think he had stuck his finger up. Sorry. You guys can't see this. He'd stuck his finger up, and the mum, I caught the mum going, no, but the moment was so amazing. When I sent her the picture, or when she saw the picture, she was just in hysterics. And I thought, it's just an amazing picture. Yeah. Like, there was another one, these boys, they were bouncing off the wall. And I just said to the mum, leave them. Like, for me, these are the best pictures. I love motion pictures. I love movement in the pictures. And the way I've gone with my photography now, like, a lot of the pictures, the photo shoots that people want to do is social media, so lifestyle. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't just have you standing there. Like, walk, do something, jump in the air. I don't know, blow a bubble gum. If you're drinking tea, don't just stand there with the cup. Do the motion of drinking it, because otherwise I'm just bored. It gets a bit boring. So I feel like it's changed. Like, doing that has really made me see, like, this is where I want to go, whether it's your child, an adult, whatever. I just want to see the life, capturing that movement through the picture. So I'm not doing all movements now.
Here's a question I like to ask everyone.
Yeah.
It has a different emotional response to each person.
I'm scared.
Which one person can you say has supported you and pushed you to do what you are doing up to this point today?
Oh my God. Okay, read it to me again.
Which one person can you say has supported you and pushed you to do what you are doing up to this point today?
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you know what? I have a great support system. Mm-hmm. So I can't even put that on one particular person to say that has supported me and pushed me the whole way. There's so many people. And so I'm going to do a bit of a chicken shit one. Can I say that word?
Of course you can.
Okay.
It's you.
I'm going to do a chicken shit one. And so that I don't have to give it to one particular person, I want to say that I feel like it's me. But however, I could never, I feel like every part of me, is part of someone else. Yeah. Does that make sense? So like whether it's Jermaine, Nadine, Naya, my mum, my dad, who's not here, but he has such a big impact on a lot of things that I do, like up to this day. Probably more now that he's not here than, because I put a lot on him now. I'm like, right, Dad.
I can imagine.
Because you're not here. So basically, and I'm like, Dad done that. So with a lot of people's stuff, it's, that part of me, like, I'm pointing to different parts of my body now. It's just like, from within, I am my support system through everyone else. Yeah. So, that they're like, not everyone knows every part of what I'm doing. So I don't necessarily, some people know because they're, okay. Okay. I don't necessarily say to every single person I'm doing X, Y, and Z. So one person knows X, one person knows Y,
Sometimes
one person
that's
knows
better
Z.
though.
Exactly. So that's the only reason why I can't put it on one person to say the one person that's pushed me through every part of my life to this point today, because not everyone knows everything, but I know everything. So that's why I say me.
Yeah.
Through them.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Is this still a bit of a chicken shit answer though?
I don't think so. I think it's your own way of expressing your gratitude for each individual and them pushing you. All of them are inside you. Yeah. Because they've all pushed you. So that's a good way.
Just sounded a bit wrong as well. It sounded a bit wrong.
I knew you would say that.
Yeah, I don't know where your mind's at, babe.
We're not going to do this on this podcast. Are there any photographers that you would say you admire and why?
Okay, so I'm really bad because I don't necessarily know all the names of all the photographers. I've been trying to really, I remember reading something, there's like, you have to find the photographers that you like and learn their style. And I'm just like,
learn your own style.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anyone's names. Like, I don't. So, but I appreciate photography so much. Like when someone pops up on my page, because I find that a lot of the everyone that's doing their hustle and their grind on their social media, they are going in. Like, and it's amazing. And I think some of it is not even necessarily all the photographer. It is the Instagrammer person. Yeah. And sometimes it's their creative mind of how they want their pictures, and they found someone to do their photography. So I don't even know who to give the credit to, because there's some Instagrammers that I follow. Again, they have that vision of that the movement in their pictures. Yeah. But when I click on the photographer who has taken their pictures, that photographer's feed is not really how the Instagrammer's feed is. Yeah. So then I've kind of lost. You're caught between the two because you don't know who is the individual to give the actual credit to. Exactly. So
that makes sense.
I find a lot of the people that I follow them through their photography, or because I find a lot of it is that I like the way their pictures look. So I'll find that I'm following the person on Instagram. Yeah. So that I get inspiration from their pictures, not the photographer's pictures.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Their feed is consistent of how I like my pictures to look.
Fair enough.
So I have no names. So.
No, that's all right. What's the funniest question a client has ever asked you? Like, for instance, I'll tell you my one. Okay. I had a camera and I was doing a music shoot in the water rat in King's Cross. I took out my camera and then the guy said, "Can you afford that?"
Can you what?
Afford it.
Afford your camera?
Yeah, basically.
Your camera?
Yeah, my camera. I took it out the bag and he goes, "Oh, that's a big camera. Can you afford to have that camera?" Which I thought was pretty cheeky. Yeah. And then he said, "Oh, do you know how to use it?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I thought, me being humble the way I am, I just ignored it and carried on. But is there any funny questions that a client has ever said to you, just in general? It doesn't have to be about your equipment. It could just be about you being, especially a woman photographer as well. We get this stigma and we get laid on a lot harder than kind of like the men do. Yeah. So is there anything that stuck out to you?
Do you know what sticks out to me, which I think is funny? And everyone does it. I think it's a nervous thing though. So I'm not even putting anyone down for doing it. But if you know that you do this, I don't know, tag us.
Yeah.
But it's when people say, and I get this in doing makeup and photography, and they say, "Make me look good." And I'm like...
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
I mean...
Or edit this out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, well... I'm like, so... I don't know. But it's when they make me look good. And I'm like, well, you look like you. So you need to know how you want to come across on camera. And then, we'll work on that. But that goes into something that... I'm doing an event in March. And I have no location yet. I just know it's going to be the third week in March, and it's called Find Your Confidence, Find Your Pose. Because I find that one thing that I've noticed is mostly with women as well, is that you go to take their picture and before you've even shown them the picture, they're like, "I hate it already. And I'm not going to like it." And it's a confidence thing. Yeah. And it's like, once you know that, okay, I know when I stand like this, I know that this hip pops out and my booty looks cute. And then if I stand like this with my arm up, it extends this side of my body. When you know that when you do those poses, you've practiced in the mirror, because we do.
Of course. You
know it looks banging. So once you find that pose and you're confident with your pose, then you're going to hit every picture. Maybe not every, but you're going to get it. You know, one eye might be open, one's closed, but then that's only one less thing to worry about. On.
Yeah, no, that's true. That makes sense. What type of camera do you use?
So I have a Sony A6000. Is that my camera? I think, yeah. So that's my camera, and I use a Sigma lens. And when I changed the lens, I was just like, oh my God, it's a whole different camera. Like,
it's a whole new world.
I was sleeping on lenses. I was just like, okay, yeah, my camera's cool. But then I think as I was going on and on and on, when I first started using the camera, I was just like, oh, I don't know, something's missing. Like, why does that picture do that and that does that? And then I was just like, it's the lens. Saved up, got myself a new lens. Lenses are more than cameras. Like,
that's true.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
It makes, oh my God. Oh my goodness. No. Wow. Okay. So you know that feeling of, yeah, and I started calling myself a photographer, and then I looked up and I was just like, okay, maybe we take some humble seats and go back to the drawing board.
I can't even put, like, most of them are in the room and I can't bring them in yet. Yeah, so I'm kind of waiting.
Wow.
I'm humbly waiting.
Humble.
Oh man.
The lens collection.
What is the worst thing about being a photographer?
The worst thing about being a photographer is that everyone and their iPhone is a photographer as well.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Yeah, I got it.
Everyone. And you know what? The phones are amazing. Like, sometimes, do you know what? I've been out and I've taken a picture and someone's taken a picture, like their friend's taking a picture on the iPhone, and and I'm looking like, dang, shit, that picture looks good.
Yeah, but these new iPhones have got 3 lenses and
you know
what I'm carrying around one.
I'm just like, you guys you're putting me out, man. Like, how about you hire me to use your phone, but I still get paid? Like, I don't know, like
that could work.
It can work.
Maybe you should do a company like that. Give me your phone, I'll take the picture for you.
I'll take it for you.
You pay us commission. Okay.
And you have all the pictures. Yeah. I don't have to go and do anything. If you want me to edit them, send them to me. That's another exchange. Like,
oh boy.
But I'd say that's the hardest thing. Like, it's yeah. You really gotta, and that's why it's not even about just being a photographer. It's knowing your style of photography, because someone is gonna hire you for your style that everyone and their amazing expensive phone can't do.
Yeah, that's true.
That's your style. Only you can teach that person how to do that and capture that.
No, that's really true. How can I say this to make it sound even more creative? What do you do when you feel uninspired? It could be when you're doing makeup, blogs, photography, but you're with a client and you feel uninspired. What do you do to get inspired again?
Oh, that's a bit of a tricky one, because hang on, let me think for a moment. It's hard. Do you know what? Conversation, just keep talking to that person. Yeah, do you know what? There have definitely been times, like, when I've been out on a shoot and I'm feeling like I'm looking at the picture, and you're looking back and you're like, I don't know, something's just not working. It's just not working. So change location. Like, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we're done here. Let's go somewhere else. Let's take a walk somewhere else. Especially like where I'm doing lifestyle shoots. It's a lot of walking about, and I talk to my clients. I'll be in their business. So what are you doing? Like, okay, okay. Like, and they're talking, and then another thing that I find is just asking them, like, what do you want? Yeah. Like, what do you want to do? Because from knowing what they want to do and knowing, it helps me know what they want out of their pictures.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, right. And then literally all of a sudden it can change. One, you found a new location, you're like, wow, this is amazing. They get excited, and then their mood changes. Then you start producing a better picture. You show them and they're like, wow. And then they're like, boom, I'm on it. And literally that energy's just gone up. And you also know, like, okay, so you want to get this out of your pictures because you want to portray this image, right? This is how we're going to do these pictures. So yeah, just talking, speaking, communicating, networking.
What is... Well, I can't say it like that, really.
The way you looked at me just scared me.
No. Where do you see... I always say, some of the questions sometimes, I don't want it to come across like it's a job interview. I always say, I want you to be your authentic self.
Yeah.
Yeah? So when I say this question, I would like to say, where do you see yourself? Not in 5 years' time, like everyone says, because we don't know what's going to happen in 5 years' time. Where would you like to be in 12 months?
In 12 months.
When it comes to your career or review and doing what you're doing.
Where do I want to see myself in 12 months? Yeah. I want to see myself happy and successful in my craft. So, which is, I want my photography to be just striving, just keep growing and growing and growing. Yeah. But also with that, I really want to see with my YouTube, and my Talks with Dorks is one. I think my Talks with Dorks is one of the key points.
I really like the name, by the way.
I know, right?
I know. I really love the name.
When I came up,
I'm
going to
have to push that.
Yeah, I was like, Caden, what do you think? Caden was like, I like Talks with Dorks.
I really do.
Actually,
like
it wasn't
it.
even Caden, so I was with Callie, and Callie was like, yeah, it's got to be Talks with Dorks, and I was just like, yeah, it's got to be. But I generally, I do love speaking, and I love motivating and just helping people grow. Yeah. So that part of my YouTube is a big thing for me. And I would hope that in the 12 months, no, I don't. Let me change that. In 12 months, I see that just really growing and going and growing and going. Yeah. Along with my other stuff. My photography is my passion as well. So again, that is just growing with me, and people are coming to me. They want to work with me. I'm on other people's podcasts. Do you know what? Okay, sorry, I'm going off a bit. Last year, I think I did say this to you though. Last year, I really was like, I want to do a podcast. And my friend Angel came to me as well, and he was just like, I see you on a podcast. And I'm like, oh my God, I was thinking I want to do a podcast. Yeah. And then it was literally the end of the year, you contacted me and was like, right, I'm doing a podcast and I want you to be on it. And I was just like, oh my goodness, the universe is amazing. And so, and even today, I literally actually done a voice note to remind myself of a video that I want to do. Yeah. And I mentioned that I put it out there to the universe, and I said, I manifested the podcast. And I was like, hang on a second. Well, no, Louise manifested the podcast, but I manifested being on it. I don't know who's getting credit for this right now, but
I think you can take the credit.
The energies are aligned.
You can take the credit. I just want to give people a chance to promote themselves, because I believe a lot of people who have talent are not where they should be. Yeah. Because maybe it's just because they don't know the right people. Maybe it's just because they haven't got the funds, or they don't know how to do it. Yeah. But then if you speak to other people and find out how they did it, you might have an avenue to say, wow, I didn't know that before. I'm going to do this now. Yeah. And it's going to take me further. And the reason why I've done this podcast as well, which will be in my intro, is because I want people to not judge a person by how they look, but just purely by what they're saying. Yes, definitely. And that's important to me. Yeah. A lot of people, what they do is they will see a video on YouTube and then judge the person. Yeah. And then instantly click off and then go somewhere else. It could be the same thing you both are saying, but just because that person might look better in some kind of way, they go over there, and then instead of actually listening to the facts that the person is genuinely trying to say in this video, they go to another one. So I'm just trying to promote that and give people a chance to be heard. And it takes one person in the world to hear your podcast or your voice and say, I like this person, I want to help them. Yeah. And say, she's got a sexy voice. That too. That too.
No, definitely. Yeah. But you know, picking up on something you said as well, why we're also not where we want to be is because we're scared. And we're scared, and this is actually what I recorded when I was on my way here. We're scared of copying, and I use that with my finger commas. Yeah. We're scared of copying someone else. And what I was speaking on today, I was saying that someone thought of some things. There's someone who we can say, you know, I'm the creator of that, the creator of lights and everything. However, it's grown because someone else has been like, but you thought of that, like, but I've done this, like, but you get that credit for that, but I've done this. So then as a creative, we're like, I want to do that, but so-and-so done that, and I don't want to look like I'm copying, so I'm just not going to do it. However, Amy done that. I don't know, give me another name. Chocolate done that one, Amy and Chocolate, and they've done it that way. But your idea is taking a bit of Amy's and a bit of Chocolate's idea,
blended it together,
and you've blended it together to make Jam's idea.
Yes. Wow, we're getting food.
and there is someone in the world that needs to hear Jam's idea. That is a collection of everyone's ideas, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I just feel like we need to stop that of, I can't do it because so-and-so done it before. Give so-and-so their credit for what they done, but this is my idea,
but
and I've changed it.
Inspired you to do it, so shouldn't
my
that be a
inspiration.
good thing?
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that with creators, we're scared of stepping on someone's toes, but step on them toes and help build them back up again. Like, wear steel tap shoes and prepare to get.
I've got some boots like that.
Have you? See, I think I need to get
them.
some, because I'm coming up with some good ideas, and I expect people to step on my toes because it keeps us as a creative on our toes. We're like, so they're copying my idea, but okay, I got to go better again.
But that shows that you're good. If someone out there is copying your idea, that shows that you're good at what you do.
Exactly.
So
I'm copying more this year.
Hey. I'm gonna have to bring you back in a couple of months. Say, D, what you been doing?
Right. So basically, I've copied this, and this. So. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Is there ever a point in your life where you said to yourself, as great as you are, you feel like giving up? Like there was a point where you're like, I want to shut down. There were so many things happening in my life, and I just want to shut down. How do you lift yourself up? What advice would you give to other people to lift themselves up, especially when they're feeling at their lowest?
Advice that I would give when you want to shut down, don't.
That would be good.
That would be good. But really, do you know what? I meditate. Yeah. I love meditating, and I journal, I meditate, I do manifestation, I do visualization, and visualization is amazing. See where you want to go. But it's so much more than that. It's actually believing. It's the belief. Yeah. It doesn't matter what is going wrong in the real world or the 3D world, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter what bill's coming out and you're stressed that you can't pay it. If you can believe that you are going to be more than the current situation that you're in, and you see yourself, like you physically see yourself where you want to be, then nothing can stop you. That's because true. When you can believe it, and with everything inside of you, it just opens doors. I'm a true believer of the law of attraction, and you just got to feel it and know with everything that it's going to happen. And literally that week you'll start getting the phone calls like,
that's
wow,
true. It's mad how it works.
It's mad. It's so amazing, and it's real. Like it's so real.
Yeah.
When I first, about 11, 12 years ago, when I first read The Secret and started kind of implementing certain things, and I would say it to people, it wasn't as big as it is now. Yeah. And people look at me like I'm mad, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, and I would talk and I'd be like, no, you got to ask and you got to believe, and then you'll receive. And they're like, okay, so I'm just going to receive this. And I'm like, but it works. It
does work. I know it's the maddest thing, because when you said The Secret, there's another part to it called The Magic. Mm-hmm. And I have that in my bag. And when I'm driving home with Jessie, sometimes I manifest the park. It's so simple.
Yes,
but I manifest the parking space.
It works.
And like 5 minutes when I'm driving down the road and I know I'm going to be home in a second, I'm driving up on my road, and my road is always packed, right? Ironically, and a gift by the graces of the angels up there, I've manifested a parking space, but the road is packed. But I've drove up right outside my house. There's a parking space.
Yeah, but it's that, when you just know as well. Like, you don't even question it. Like, nah, it's just a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
We manifested this. We did this. Like, don't blame it on coincidence. Like, I did it. My mind done this. Like, it's powerful. Mind is so powerful. And learning that as I've been getting older and older. Oh, no, younger and younger. Sorry.
That's it.
it's literally, it helps with a lot knowing that.
Do you prefer working with people on a photography set, or do you prefer working by yourself, or is it a combination of the two?
When you say working with people, like someone else there,
exclude the client.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, like having an assistant, having an extra photographer work with you.
I'm low key. I'm still small, so I haven't actually had like a assistant photographer. I think, do you know? Okay, I'm lying. I'm actually lying a bit. Sorry, I'm sorry for lying. I've worked with a videographer once, and it was actually amazing. If your energies connect, then it's like stars like in the sky. Yeah. It's like, whoa. And what it done for me, working with him, he's so creative. His name's Kev Takes Pics. Oh. Kev Takes Pics.
I like that too.
And the way he sees things is awesome. So like, we was out on this photo shoot. We had our model. It was for Christmas. She had a Bingy's Boutique jumper on and just little knickers and red thigh-high boots. It was, and we was in Bond Street, and you know when everyone's looking like, what is going on? And he's there. He's got his amazing light and his camera, and I'm there with my camera, and
that's cool.
And he would take a certain shot, and I'm like, oh my god, I never saw that, and I'm like, wait. And I found that my pictures on that day, my pictures were coming out banging, but it was having his energy and his creativity and like kind of going through with what he was seeing. Yeah, it was just, and it was vice versa. Like he might be like, oh yeah, D, that's good. So yeah, I guess it's good if the energies are aligned and they're the connection, and they're high. So yeah,
that makes sense. If you had a chance to go back in time to one memory, what memory would it be and why?
If I had a moment to go back in time to a memory, it would definitely be a memory with my dad, because he's not here. And everyone else is here. I've got amazing memories with so many people, but okay. There was one day, right? And this is when I lived
laughing already.
I'm laughing already. We lived in Mozart, and my dad came round to the house. My dad came round to my house, and my dad, he loves music, he loves singing, and I had this keyboard. I had loads of musical instruments. We had this keyboard, and me and my dad made a beat, and up till now, I know this song, and I sing it to my kids, and I'm gonna sing it.
Go on, sing it, D. Sing it.
So me and my dad made up this song, and it goes. So I got no beat. It goes, shining, my car is shining, wow, 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 shining, it shines all the time. Then I added a bit, hallelujah, hallelujah. And if it don't shine, hallelujah, hallelujah, then it can't be mine, hallelujah, hallelujah, because my car shines. It shines all the time. I was about 7 years old. Aww. And we made up this song. And yeah, I've never forgotten this song. So without giving my age, it was like, it was over 30 years ago.
Yeah,
it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So yeah, and that song has stuck with me up until this day. And I just remember sitting on my floor making up this song with my dad and on our keyboard. Yeah.
That's a cool memory. I think that's one of the best ones I've had.
Yes,
that's one of the best.
I'm competitive. That's all I needed to hear. Are we done? Are we done now? The best, the best so far. Like, come on.
What's the one message you would give to other photographers starting out in photography?
A message that I would give to other photographers starting out in this industry is probably would be it would be don't just do it. Yeah, just do it. Just do, I don't know whatever you're thinking, whatever's in your mind to do, whatever photography looks like for you, because it is different to everyone. Just do it. Take your camera and do everything that you can do. If you're like, I really want to take pictures of baby feet going across the screen, they're so cute. Do that. Put a message out there. Oh no, that's not the one that
no, but it's similar.
Just go and get in that industry. Go contact some. Go on Facebook. Facebook's amazing. Yeah. Everyone wants pictures taken. You know. That's true. So we got to start off. We got to start small. We might have to start doing a couple things for free. Put yourself out there and just do it, because it is you know, what's that word? It's a saturated. There's a lot of photographers out there at the moment, so it can seem a bit harder to, you know.
Everyone's saying that they're a photographer, so it's hard to.
Yeah.
How can we say? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's very competitive. So just
I
do
think
it.
you have to see something unique in that particular person in order for you to say, okay, I want you to do my photography for me, like you were saying before.
Yeah.
So
find your style, and if that means looking at 10 other people's styles and saying, I love the way this person does it, copy that style, because that's why people have done it. They've done it already. They've shown us. If you go on YouTube, people are showing you how to take the pictures that you want to take. Don't be scared to copy that person.
What type of photographer would you say you actually are? If you were to say that this is your style, what would you say you are?
I would say I'm a lifestyle photographer.
Fair enough.
So a big part of it is fashion. I know that just came out of nowhere. And
it's raining, guys.
And I ain't got an umbrella. So with having the fashion brand, we do a lot of fashion, but I'm not an in-house photographer. Like, I don't use studios and sets. And ask me about lighting, I have no clue. Is a ring light? No. Like, I could use a ring light. That I know lighting doesn't set up, but I like being out and about with my camera.
Yeah.
Natural light is my lighting.
Yeah.
Which really kills me in the winter. So yeah.
What makes you different from other photographers? I know we spoke a little bit about it before, but what makes you different from other photographers? So a client will turn around and say, no, I don't want Savia Rocks. I want Daniella Dawkins to do my photography for me. What makes you different?
What makes me different? Right, I'm going to sound like such a big head. So, I mean, what I want, I might not even say what I want to say. It's I'm awesome. But everyone's energy is different. And I like to feel that what I know from people that I've shot before, from my clients, is they love my energy.
Yeah.
I'm a gas bag. Like, I will gas you up, baby. I'm like, oh my God, baby, you are amazing. Like, you are the best. When you're working with me, you are top. Yeah. Like, you're fantastic. You're amazing. I will put all of those affirmations on you. You will feel like is that the one? No, that's not the one. You will feel like a star when you're photo shooting with me. I will, and that is so apart from being my style is because I still feel like I'm working on my style. Yeah. The fact that people come to me and they work for me because they generally like my energy, they like my vibe. Yeah. Because that's what they see on camera. Like when I'm talking, it's just a heightened energy.
I must admit, Daniella you've always had a really vibrant vibe to you. Thank you. Oh, come on. Yeah, so it's one of those things that I want people to hear, because you're not seeing Daniella. Yeah. You're hearing Daniella. Yeah. So I want people to understand, even though I'm in front of Daniella, she has a vibe that is authentic. And then when you actually are in front of her, when you're working with her, you'll feel that more. Yeah. So it's nice to have people like that in the world. Yeah. Because trust me, there's not a lot anymore.
Yeah, definitely. And someone said to me yesterday, actually, at the car boot sale, he came to me and he said, not many people smile from inside, but just looking at you and your energy, I don't know, it's man from Adam. He said, you smile from inside and keep that, because there are not many people like that. And I was just like, I'm done. Nice. I don't need to sell anything. He's just like
he just sold it.
He
take anything you want.
Take it all. I don't want to go home with anything. But so I really appreciate you saying that as well.
What one thing would you say to your fans that they don't know about you now?
Wow. So the one thing that I would tell to my fans that not everyone knows, or that no one knows. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel like everyone actually knows everything. I'm very much out there. I mean, I think everyone knows, but I'm very competitive.
Daniel's got a hotline today.
I've actually got a hotline. Like no one calls me. I'm just like, why is everyone calling me? Leave me alone. I'm very, very competitive, and people that know me. So people that follow me might not know this yet, but I'm like, anything you do, I can do that. And I know where my daughter gets it from, because she is literally like this as well. When we first started roller skating and I was doing spins and stuff, and got Callie her skates. She was just like, she learned to skate so quick as well, because the first time we went skating at Skate City, she couldn't skate because they didn't have skates in her size. So she was maybe 3 or something. So she sat there the whole time just watching everyone.
So she was just grasping it in.
She was grasping it. She got her skates like maybe a couple of weeks later, and boom, she was off. She could skate better than Caden when she first started skating. He was like Bambi on skates. If you see Caden now, he's a beast. The way he spins. And Callie's doing, so when she first started, I'm going to do a spin. I was like, baby, calm down. Don't do that. And she was just like, no, I can do it. I can do it. So we have this competition where when we're out skating, someone does a trick and we all got a copy. We got to do that trick and we rate each other. That's how competitive we are. I've trained them to be like me. And obviously I always get 10s. They give me 10s because they're nice. And Callie will give Caden a 5. And he looks at me like, is she taking a mick? I'm like, but so if I see someone do something, I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I can do a handstand. Yeah. I can do a backflip. Yeah. I mean, I got to learn how to do it properly, but I can do it. That's the levels. I get off a train, right? And especially this happens at Baker Street. I know where to stand from Bond Street so that when I get off at Baker Street, I'm the first one to walk through the tunnel to get to the Bakerloo line platform. And I get there, and if I see someone at that door, because basically it goes like that and you walk through. So if someone's at the other door, I'm like, right, I've got to make sure I'm first. And I walk, and I'll be walking fast, and then as I'm like, I might overtake, like, yes, I'm number 1. How mad is that? Like, who does that? Does anyone else actually do that?
I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that.
Because I'm like, I don't know if I'm normal, but I do it every time I get off. Every time when I'm going up the escalators, I'm like, man, they're in front of me. I'm gonna have to walk up the escalators now because I have to pass them. I mean, so you guys might have known I was competitive, but I don't know if you know the levels. Like, in my head, there's a race happening right now. So
I can just see it. If you see her brain ticking, it's just going. I'm surprised she hasn't done one of her sounds yet. I'm actually quite surprised.
Yeah, I'm a sound effector. That sounded quite nice, actually.
She's in love with her own voice right now.
I am. But I need one of these. I feel like I just want to talk to my kids like this. Like, guys, okay, it's time to get up now. Like, hello. I don't know.
That'd be a refreshing way to get out, though.
It would be.
It'd be so smooth as well.
It'd be better than how I... Get up! Time to wake up! Get up! Bloody hell! Yeah.
We're late. Come on. Get up.
Make the bed.
Oh, man. Finally, the last question.
Okay.
Where can we find you? Mm-hmm. Well, find out more about you on your Instagram, social media, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Plug. Okay, let's go. Let me roll up my sleeves. Oh my God, I've never done this before. So guys, you can find me on Instagram. On Instagram, my name is ISITDANIDAWKS.
There you go.
ISITDANIDAWKS. Yes, it is. I'm here. I'm not lying. That's why I say the name.
It makes sense.
Is it that, like, the things I say, is it DaniDawkS? Yes, it is. It's me. So on Instagram, my name is ISITDANIDAWKS. My YouTube, I know. My YouTube is also ISITDANIDAWKS. So you can find me there. Find my little small account. Please go follow me because I'm looking to grow and
come
really
on, guys, follow. We
progress.
need at least how many fans we're looking a week?
I mean, is 100 too much a week?
No, it's not.
Starting small.
No, this is the whole point.
No 10 a week, 100 a week.
We'll plug in. So
okay, yeah.
This podcast is going to be on every single place you can think of. So we want everyone to follow.
Okay, well then, since we're aiming high, like the law of attraction says that I can get 1,000 a week.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. That scares me. So I am on LinkedIn, and you know, in the last couple of weeks I've been using it a bit more because I'm like, hello.
I think that's a brilliant site to be on.
Definitely. So my name, Daniella Dawkins on LinkedIn, Dawk with a D-A-W-K, not D-O-R-K.
Yep.
And Facebook, follow me on Facebook, Daniella Dawkins. So yeah, if there are any more social medias, I mean, one is on TikTok.
Wow, she's TikToking it now.
I'm TikToking it. Like, I don't have many videos, but yeah, like I love a bit of creativity on TikTok.
I haven't heard anyone say this to me in a while. Have you got a Snapchat as well?
I have a Snapchat. However, I don't post on Snapchat. I just prefer to record on Snapchat and then post it into my Instagram. So cool. I'm all over my Instagram stories. So you'll see the real me on the Instagram stories. Most of my posts are, you know, the ones that, you know, look a little bit cuter and shit. I mean, stuff. potty now. So yeah.
Oh man. All right, guys. This is Savia Roxanne, and I want to say thank you for listening for me today. And remember to be creative and kind to one another. You guys take care. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.